Okay, when you see that funky E, that means add them up. Okay, hold on a second. That might help a little bit. There ain't much light. I'm trying to get a little bit more light in here where you can see it, but the summation of xw over w. All right, so that takes care of the directions. That's the directions. Now it says, suppose that your final grade of the course is determined by the midterm exam and the final exam. The midterm exam is 45.45 of your grade, and the final exam is worth 0.55. So here we go. We're going to put it in the formula. Summation of 0.45, that's the midterm, times 94, plus 0.55, which is 55%, of the final exam, which is 74. All over the summation of 0.45 plus 0.55. And that's pretty much it. So there is your formula plugged and chugged. And you should get, I'll do it with the handy dandy calculator. Hold on a second, I'll pull it in. And I can tell you right now that the bottom is 1. So you're not really going to have to worry about the bottom, because 45 cents plus 55 cents is $1. So you don't have to worry about the denominator. Most of the time in these questions, you don't have to worry about it. I don't know where this question come from, because I haven't seen it in the book, but that doesn't mean anything. So I'm going to take 0.45 times 94 equals. And then I'm going to add that, parentheses, to 0.55 times 74. And that comes out to be 83. So I have an 83 over 1. And of course that 83 over 1 is equal to 83. So my final answer is I have a B in the course. And that's pretty much how you do that problem. So it's not a difficult problem. It's just out of place. It don't need to be in this section. That's just my opinion. Okay, so 83 is our answer. Make sure you jump in, Mr. Dingler. If you got any questions, make sure you type them in. I thought you talked to me on
I actually got my audio working.
Oh, you do? You do have it working. What keeps going wrong with it?
Yep, got it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I just wondered.
It's acting up, but I got it to work finally.
Well, good. All right, so let's type that in as round to the nearest integer. So we got 83. And we feel good about ourselves. Yep. It's not a good test question, but it's a good homework question. That's about it. All right, next question. At least I hope I didn't put any on there. I don't think I did, because I've never seen that question before. All right, next. 12.3, 47, 11. Oh yeah, this is a test question. This is a test question. Now why didn't they? Yeah, we're gonna have to do this one on the handy dandy calculator. I'm gonna show you how to do it on the calculator if you've got a TI-83. If not, I'm gonna do it on the Excel spreadsheet. So I'm gonna do both of these. I'm going to do these. Let's see if they're in order. 350, 360, 380, 410. Looks like they're in order. So that's a good thing. I don't know why they don't have a icon for you to use the Excel spreadsheet. Well, we'll do both. So I'm going to pull up the Excel spreadsheet first. Now, this is a question that we've went over several times in class. I think I did one with 12 and one with 13. Okay, if y'all look back at the videos those days, I did one with 12 and 13, I think. And I'm going to make this, I'm going to make it where you can see the, there we go, make them a little bit bigger this way and a little bit bigger this way. Okay, and at first, I'm going to make that bold and underlined, and all of them should be centered. All right, so this is X. X is the number of problems, number of scores that we have. I say scores. They could be weights. They could be measurements. I don't care what they are. Okay? No, I don't want to save that. Get out of here. Go away. All right, so I'm going to type them in, and then y'all type them into your calculator. If you don't know how, I'll show you in just a minute. So I'm going to use the spreadsheet, and that's 350, 360, 380, 410, 460. I won't give you as many as this on a test. I hope I don't. 440, 550, 560, 610, 620, 630, 680, 700, 700. Oh, really? Hold on a minute. 540, 550, 560, 610, 620, 630, 680, 700, 700, 740. It did it again. 630, 680, 700, 700, 740, 750, 790. I hope that's it. Let me get these out of here. Okay, I think I got them. Now it says there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 18 numbers. I'm going to count them and make sure I got them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. Now I'm going to make this bigger where you can see pretty much the whole screen. Okay, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to try to get all the numbers on there. That's not working. Make them a little bit. There we go. I think that's it. All right, there's my numbers. Now, I'm going to go through. These are different questions on the test. So we're going to do mean, median, mean. I think something's wrong with my arrows. Median, mode, range, mid-range, variance, standard deviation, and down here I'm going to put 5-number summary, which consists of the mean, the first quartile, the second quartile, the third quartile, and the max. Now I did 2 videos on the 5-number summary. They were one right after the other. I think one was on, let's see, what's today? I think I did one on Friday of last week and Wednesday of last week and then Monday. I think I did, one of those days I did 5-number summary on the 12 and the 13. X is equal to 12 numbers and X is equal to 13. So this is something that I have went over. Okay, so I don't want you to think I haven't gone over it. All right, so let's start off with the mean. I'm going to add all these up. And I'm going to divide by 18. Wait a minute. Let me hit escape. All right, I'm going to add all these up. And I'm going to divide by 18. Now, you don't have to do this you can do it by hand. The only reason I'm using the spreadsheet is so I can get everything on one board. And y'all can see everything. All right, the median. Well, n is equal to 18. So that means I got to find the 2 middle numbers. Well, half of 18 is 9, so I got to go to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means that these two numbers, 8 and 9, let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry, these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These two are your middle. Okay, that's your middle. So when n is even, you have to find the 2 middle numbers and take the average. We went over this. Okay, equals the first number plus the second number, you need to get more sleep, divided by 2. There is your median. The median is also your second quartile. So as soon as you find that second quartile, you can put it in the middle of your 5-number summary. All right, mode. I think 700 showed up the most. Y'all check me. I think 700 is the mode. Now I'm going to put 700 in red letters. Why am I going to do that? Because that's the only one that's not calculated. You have to observe the mode. Range is equal to the highest minus the lowest. Also, your highest is your max on your 5-number summary, and the lowest is your min. Let's go ahead and mark those a pretty color. Go with a whatever color that is. That's your high. And then your low, we'll give that a kind of a birthday. Your mid-range, that's equal to your lowest plus your highest, or your highest plus your lowest, because it doesn't matter because it's addition, divided by 2. And now we got to do the variance. Now remember, let's pull up our handy dandy. Let's write down our variance formula, because you need to know the variance formula in order to understand it. because you can't just go by hearsay. You got to learn the formula. The formula for variance is equal to the summation of x minus x bar over a quantity squared over n minus 1. And then the standard deviation is the square root of the variance. So you have to make sure you understand this formula. And again, I did like 3 or 4 problems in the videos where we found the variance. So I used the Excel spreadsheet. We've got to take the mean away from each x. That's the first thing we got to do. So I'm going to call this first column x minus x bar. So I'm going to take the 350 and I'm going to subtract that 573. And I got to learn how to use my computer because I have F4 on the top key, but I can't remember, is it shift or is it control or function or alternate? I can't remember. Let me see if I hit alternate, if that'll work. No, that's not it. Well, I've got to figure that out. If anybody knows, let me know. I got an HP Pavilion, if anybody's got one. Is it function?
It's the function key.
Is it function?
I think it is. It is on mine at least.
There it is. You're right. It's function. Thank you. Now, what that does for Excel people, if you either one of you use Excel, it locks that mean in that formula, and that way I can copy it down. If you don't lock it, when I copy it down, it's going to grab this number and this number and this number, and it's going to subtract it. You're going to get crazy errors. So you have to use, now if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. And there's those numbers. And now let's go back. What do we do with x minus x bar? We square it. So now I'm going to call this next column, I'm going to call it x minus x bar quantity squared. I'm going to square each of these terms. And it just makes everything positive. And I'm going to copy that down. And then the funky E means that I'm going to add them all up. And that is my numerator. And that is not right. Well, it could be, because those numbers outdo these numbers evidently. It's not supposed to be negative, that's for sure. Equals, let me check that. Auto sum all of those numbers. Okay, hold on a minute. My computer is not cooperating with me. Some damn Russians. Or is it the Ukrainians? That's not right. Let me check. Let me check. To check y'all's mean and see if you got 573. Equals this minus 573. Did y'all get 573?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to copy that down. You're not supposed to come up negative because you can't take the square root of a negative. All these are supposed to be positive. Equals this number. I don't think it did the first ones. Raised to the second power. There we go. I don't know what the heck this thing was doing. There we go. Now, that number, that 337,200, that 337,200 goes right here. in the top. 337, 200 divided by, and what's 18 minus 1? 17?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to divide that number by 17, and that's going to be my variance. Divided by 17. And now I'm going to take the square root, or raise that to the 1/2 power. They're both the same thing. Shift 6.5. There is your standard deviation. Now I'm going to find my 5-number summary. Now, to find the 5-number summary, I've showed you how to find 3 of the numbers. That is the mean, which is your lowest number. This is your median. And your max. Now, how do you find your first? Well, right now, this 585 is right here in between 560 and 610. So that means that you've got, how many numbers up top of that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is 9 odd or even?
Odd.
It's odd. So you just find the middle, and there is your, I'm going to highlight that, yellow. That doesn't look like the yellow I usually use. Oh no, that yellow don't look right. We're going to use a magenta. All right, that number right there is your first quartile. Now, if there was 6 numbers above that, then you'd have to take the middle 2 numbers. You're finding the median of the median of the median. So since that middle number, the 585, that 585 is right there where my cursor is. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is the odd, so you just pick the middle number. And that's what I did. So there's 9 on the bottom down here. So I just 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your middle number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle's right here. So that's my 3rd quartile, and I'll color it. These colors don't look exactly right. I'll color it that aqua color. And there is your 5-number summary. So I'm going to write this down so I can 350, 460, 585, 700, and 790. So let's go back to our question, and then I'll show you how to do 2nd quartile is 460. No, that's the 2nd quartile. I don't know what they got. $620. I have no idea what they're talking about. That's 620 is not even in. What are they doing? Let's see if I get the 1st quartile right. Oh, I'm sorry. The 1st quartile. No. My 1st quartile is 460. Okay, I've been
McClure?
teaching this stuff for I don't know how long, and all of a sudden I don't know how to teach it.
Mr. McClure?
Yeah,
I might be wrong, but I think there's an extra row of numbers that was hiding behind the Excel spreadsheet.
right here.
Yeah, I think you forgot to put those in.
Okay, well, I just showed you how to do with 18 numbers. Now we're going to do... Okay, my
Feels
bad.
bad.
Okay, why didn't y'all say something?
That's okay.
Please say something next time.
I didn't see it
No,
until.
sir.
All right, well, I got to add 3 more numbers. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it looks like it.
790, 840, and 850. That's all right. I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Just hold on. I love how y'all communicate with me. 790, 840, and 850. Now that changes everything, so let's go back and redo it. Well, that was a warm-up problem. Now we're going to do the actual problem. All right, so now I've got to change all my colors. So let's change all those. Format cells, order, fill, and change all these. Format cell. Okay, so we got 21 now, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me just copy these. I don't know if it's going to, well, the mean's wrong first. So let's change the mean. Summation of all of these numbers. Let me do that again. Now I'm dadgum frustrated with myself. Divided by 21. Okay, this. Just give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. Divided by 21. Mode, I really don't care about the mode at this point, so I'm still going to stay 700. Hell, I don't know what it is now, but range is equal to the highest minus the lowest. Somebody check on the mode and see if 700 is still the mode, or do we have more than 700? Range, I did the range. Mid-range is equal to the lowest plus the highest divided by 2. So the mid-range is equal to 600. All right, now we're going to take, and I'm going to change this, equals this number minus the mean, and I'm going to function F4, enter. I'm going to copy that down. And then I'm going to square that, in which it should square it, but I'm going to check it. Equals this raised to the second power. Y'all check my numbers, please, and say something if something's wrong. Ugh. Summation and enter. And let me check to make sure that this is equal to this divided by 20. All right, that should be my mean and my standard deviation now. Min would stay the same. Max is going to be equal to 850. The mean should be 585. The median, yeah, no, we got to do the median. I didn't do the median. The median is going to be equal to the middle number, which would be 10 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 620 is your mean. I meant your median. So that's equal to 620. And 620 goes down here. Okay, now, first quartile, let's see how many we got up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 10, so I've got to pick the middle two. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be 4 and 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll color those that color. And that's going to equal that color. And that's equal to, parentheses, this number plus this number divided by 2. And then this number is going to be, we'll make it kind of a blue. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be these two. And that's going to equal this number plus this number divided by 2. Just go away. Parentheses. Now, hopefully, since I added all the numbers to the problem, hopefully these are our new numbers. So 350, 475, 620, 745, and 850. So let's go back to the question. And I have no idea what that is. Go away. All right, 620, we got that right. 475, we got that right. The third quartile should be 745. Hey, it's amazing if you copy the problem down right. And that's the question. So you got 2 for 1 on that deal. You got one with 19 or 18, and you got one with 21. So we did 2 questions there. I guess we have to be optimistic and look at the bright side. All right, so that's that question. Next question in the homework is, I'm going to erase that question we just did so I don't redo it. That was, well, wait, 12, 3, 47, 11. Was that the first? No, that's not the first one. That's the first one. Or is that the one we just did? I don't think it is. Okay, we did this one, but we'll do it again. It don't take but a minute, so I'm just going to bring my, hopefully I won't write the question down right. All right, it says the exam is worth 45% of your grade, so that's going to be the summation of 0.45 times And I think this is the same question. 55 plus 0.55 times, no, 66. Oh, I got the grades mixed up. Okay. Midterm is 86. And the final is 66. All over 0.45 plus 0.55. And as I said before, these questions usually are going to give you a denominator of 1. So we take our handy dandy calculator and we clear it, and it's going to be 0.45 times 86 equals, and then we're going to add that to parentheses 0.55 times 66, close parentheses, and that gives us a total of 75. So we got a 75 in the class. C stands for college degree. All right, so we go back to the question, and that's going to be a 75. So far we've done 2. Well, we didn't mean to do 2, but we've done 1 test question and 2 homework questions. We're almost finished, and I'm going to delete these 2. And then we go into this question. This is 11.1, 85/15. Well, I clicked on it. There it is. And this question oh Lord, this one is a test question, and it's a standardized test question. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so you can see the actual. Okay, draw this. Now, I'm not even worried about the directions right now. I just want you to draw this. This is a standardized test question as well as a test question, so make sure you write this one down. I'm going to be drawing it while you're drawing it. And I'm going to use black for the outline. And that one's a diagonal. And that one's in thirds. And that one's in halves. And now we're going to color them. So we got red, red, and red, and red. And then we got yellow. Now I'm going to try to use, this yellow may not show up, but I'm going to try it. Yellow. I don't think it's going to show up, but I'm still going to use it. Yellow. And yellow. I might have to change that to, I don't know if I got another yellow that's got a little bit darker tint to it. Let me see if this one's got a darker tint to it. Maybe that has a little bit darker tint to it. And verde. I think there's only 3 colors. Y'all check with me and let me know, but I think there's only 3 colors. Green and green. Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
They want to know the probability of green or red. The probability of green or red? I don't like to put green and red together because it's not Christmas. I can't stand to do Christmas stuff outside of Christmas. I know, I'm weird. All right, so here we go with the, there we go. Y'all are impressed, aren't you? This is a poster. I'm kidding. All right, how many of your classes are using posters right now? I better not say that because I guarantee you there's one teacher still trying to use posters. Anyway, maybe they're taking pictures with their phone and sending it to y'all. All right, so the question is saying probability of green or red. Well, I'm not going to fool with green or red because that's too much work. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say the probability of green or red is the same as 1 minus the probability of what? Sorry, I just dropped something. Scared the crap out of my cat. What is it? What's the only other color besides green and yellow? I meant green and, I just told you. Yellow.
Yellow.
Exactly, I just told you. This is the complement. So instead of doing all of those red and greens, I'm just going to find the probability of yellow and subtract it from 1. Okay, so we're going to find the probability of falling on this triangle, this rectangle or square, whatever you want to call it, quadrilateral, and this quadrilateral. So let's find the probability of each one. What is the probability of this big yellow one right there? How many big yellow, or how many big rectangles or quadrilaterals do we have in this? Well, there's one right here. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. And there's 6. But how many are yellow?
3 of them.
One big square. Do you understand that? One big square. One big square is yellow. So I'm going to put 1 over 6, and that stands for one big square out of, I'm going to put one big square out of 6. One big square out of 6. Now let's move to this one right up here. That's a big square, isn't it? Isn't that a big square? Yes. But only half of it is what? Yellow. So this one, I'm going to draw this one, and I'm going to draw this as a big square. And then I'm going to draw this one. So that would be 1/6 divided by what? 2 over 1. And then this one, what about that one? Well, how many fourths would these be? Let's say there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, that's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 1/12. So the little one, this little one right here, is 1/12. So we got to do this middle one right here because we don't. So what do you do when you divide a fraction by another fraction? You multiply by the what?
Reciprocal.
Reciprocal. And that's equal to 1/12. So we've got 1/12 in the half plus 1/12 in the big square, and then plus 1/6. I think we got 1/6, right? 1/6, I'm sorry. That's the medium square. And then we got 1/6 in the big square. So got to change this to a 12. 6 will go into 12 two times. So that'd be 4/12. So yellow is 1/3. So now we take 1 minus 1/3, which would equal what? What's 3/3 minus 1/3? 2/3. Now, one of y'all said something a while ago. Y'all said something to the effect, well, this one is, I think y'all said, I said, what is this? And one of y'all said something, I can't remember. There's other ways that you could do this. You could say that this is 1/12, and you could say this is 2/12, but you'd have a problem doing this one. But you could say this is 1/12 plus 2/12 is 3/12, and then you would have to do this one as 1/12, and then you could do it that way. So the answer is 2/3. Do you see how to do that one now? Mr. Yap, I think you sent that one. Are you good with that one now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So the triangle can still be split into fourths just like the rest of them when you're figuring it out?
This triangle is only, you take the 1/6, this 1/6, I'm gonna highlight it in blue. This 1/6 right here, okay? And that's the same as this big square right here. It's the same as that one. That's that one. But you got to divide it by 2 because it's only half of that. See? So that's why I'm dividing by 2, which is dividing by 2 over 1, which multiplied by 1 over 2 is equal to 1/12.
Okay, sir.
Okay? Now you could do the same
Yes, sir.
thing here. You're going to get the same thing. All right? How many, this is 1/6. What's 1/6 divided by 2? 1/12. So you can do it several different ways, but you have to be consistent. Okay? All right. Who's got questions? All right. Now, I think I fixed your test. Yeah, I did. I fixed it where you can see it. So y'all should be ready to take the test. Y'all can take it this weekend if you want to. Finish up homework this weekend, whatever the case. But Monday, we will be going over the test. And then that will leave the rest of the semester for your autopilot test. Your autopilot, which is Unit 3. 2 divided by 3. Let's check and see if we're right. Yay, we got it right. All right. So with that being said, do y'all have any questions?
No, sir.
Nope.
All right.
No, sir.
Well, I'm going to cut off the recorder, and y'all have a good weekend and get everything done and stay in the house.